is JoJo, and I am watching this couple make out, like, full frontal in the park. And I'm just amazed at the fact that this goes on in New York City and nobody has any shame. But finally, she's here, so.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Look what I got you.
Thank you. It's Oscar Danielle. And I looked on his website, I see that all of his jewelry is handmade and it's beautiful. And I am also wearing an eclectic bracelet that I absolutely love.
Beautiful pieces. All of the pieces are actually handmade, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Handmade, custom made, comes with matching necklaces. Whatever you want to order, she makes it. It's pretty awesome.
I just like this one. I don't know, it has handcuff for the clasp, and I guess this is a bullet. I don't know if I'm like thug life over here, but I really, really like it. I think it's classy, even though the design, you know, looks a little risque. I love it.
She's actually going to be showcasing in LA Fashion Week this Sunday.
We're at Union Square. It's really beautiful. This is actually my old hangout spot. I used to go to junior high school and elementary school here, so I used to have to come home here, take the train. Yeah, so I love Union Square.
I lived in coffee shop since I was like 10 years ago. I've been coming here almost every weekend. I used to come here.
I've never been to coffee shop. As many years that I've been here, that's why when you were like, let's meet for the coffee shop, I'm like, oh.
After we finish filming, we should all go get some cheese balls. It sounds weird, but it's really good.
I wanted to talk about something that I call the list. Literally a list of qualities that you're looking for in a partner. Mine's in pink because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And mine is actually digital because I couldn't find a notebook, so.
I think you should be ashamed.
It's a digital list.
I think you should.
It's 2013.
People, it's 2013 and people do not write on paper anymore. It's basically what she's trying to say.
Pretty much.
But when I was about like 16, and I had a really good friend back then, and she said to me, you should really sit down and get a piece of paper, get a pen, and take like an hour of your time and just think about everything that you want in a partner. Everything. And she made it very clear that you cannot just do this on a whim. You have to take time and make this list, because everything that you miss out on this list, you will miss out when you're looking for your partner. It's actually not line by line. There are several bullets on one line. So it is probably a lot longer than you think it is. But like I said, I don't want people to be scared about the length of their list, because you're just being realistic with yourself. And
the longer the list, the more of worth you are.
Yeah.
Hey, if a man is gonna work for a good woman, he's gotta work. There's no half-assing it.
I agree. Put it on the wall and you kind of look and refer to it every so often, just so you're keeping in mind what you're really, really looking for, because time waits for no one. So you have no time to waste in life. So the first item on my list is that my potential husband absolutely, positively has to be spiritually led. And for some people that's not important, but for me, that is very important. I feel like it sets a tone for our life and the life of my son and things like that. I have really normal stuff like being passionate, being ambitious. Nobody wants a lazy man. Like, I know that I'm destined for greatness. I would like for my man to be destined for greatness too, so that we can be a force to be reckoned with. And I need for him to be, you know, loving to my son, all those things. So the list is really important. What's on your list?
My number one thing is a man who loves family. So important, and not enough men out there enjoy it or understand it. I have 3 sisters, my mom, a bunch of women in my family, and if a guy comes in and tries to take up all their time or be the center of attention, it's just not gonna happen. When a guy dates me, he dates all the women in the family. So,
I actually have that on my list too. Like, yeah, he has to know that he's dating my family, and also he has to love my culture.
That's important.
Because, I mean, we're in New York City. A lot of people they're just not American. Like, that's just to be honest. He has to love the food. He has to love roti. He has to love curry goat. He has to love all of that stuff. If he doesn't love it, he's not making it. Like, so
Makes sense.
You know?
Yeah. Well, weirdly enough, my boyfriend now eats all of the food that my family loves. At first I thought it was a problem, but then I'm like, more for me, because, you know, I don't like to share that much anyway when it comes to food. So.
Well,
and number 2 is a man who can make me laugh. That's so important. I need to laugh all the time. I need to always have a good time. And I need somebody who knows I'm a big kid and doesn't take that as immaturity, but takes it as just me loving to have a good time. Life is too short to be serious all the time.
it is. I have that on my list too. I don't want to be dragging somebody along all the time. Like, you know, you have to pull and tug, and it's like, it takes the fun out of the things that you could be possibly doing. And
I kind of have that on my list, but I just made it spontaneous, which to me means getting out there. Another one on my list is a man who realizes I'm not perfect. That's right, guys, I'm not perfect.
But
and
you look so perfect.
I know. But a man...
See, she does laugh all the time.
No, a man who realizes I'm not perfect, but yet doesn't try to change me. That's so... I don't want to say every, but I've had a lot of men date me that as soon as they start, they're like, I love what you do for a living. I love the way you dress. And as soon as they get me, they're like, I don't really like your business so much. Maybe you should cover up a little bit. And I'm like, what happened to accepting me for who I am? Not cool.
I think I've had that problem. I think when you get into a relationship in general, that somebody, they try to change you, and I'm realizing that for me, I've been a culprit of that, and I'm sorry. But that's just what happens in relationships. You see somebody and you like them for a lot of what they have, but then you get these little things and you just start trying to tweak them. And
now that I think about it, I'm a little guilty of it too.
And we're pointing fingers and we're not realizing that.
Okay.
That
but it's not that I try to change them because I didn't like who they were. I just try to change them to make them a better man. For
us, though. But that's the thing. Like, I'm realizing that we're trying to change them and make them into a better man for us, and not necessarily a better man, because some women might put up with things that we won't put up with. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're like, you know, this girl over here, she'll take me with my dirty drawers. So.
I have 3 that I'm gonna put into one.
Okay.
Chivalrous, honest, and loyal.
You think those are all that, like, those can be put into one? You don't think those are separate things?
No, because somebody who's honest is gonna be loyal.
You think
so? Maybe not. Okay, fine. Maybe I just wanted to condense the list.
You wanted this to condense your list, but some things are not the same thing.
Yeah, right.
But I do have loyalty on my list.
Loyalty is so important.
Oh my God. You owe me another drink. No, loyalty is so important. If I can get a dog to be loyal to me, why can't I get you to be loyal to me? What's
You're
up with that?
comparing men to dogs.
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, if I feed you, if I bathe you, if I do all these things for you that I do for a dog, why can the dog be loyal and you can't be loyal? That makes no sense, right?
Romantic. Romantic men are not far and few between in the city nowadays. They don't open doors anymore. They don't pull out chairs. When you go to the bathroom, first date, second date, get up, make an attempt, try to be somewhat romantic. I'm not talking about diamonds. I mean, that would be nice in the future. But in the beginning, like flowers, you know, little things, cards, like the simple things are the things that matter, and men don't do it enough.
This is a really big one. Can identify the root of an issue and fixes it at the root and not elsewhere.
So important.
What is that?
I have that, except I have it where when you get upset about something, when I do something wrong and you, the man, gets upset, talk about it right there and then. Don't wait 2 days into it to then bring something up that makes no sense and throw that in, because then I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you so upset? And it's because it's really important as you get upset about things. People don't want to sound like psychos, they don't want to sound needy, they want to keep things to themselves, but it's really important. I think that's a really important thing, to fix it right away.
I I guess my last one that's really important would be that my future husband, spouse, whatever, understands that relationships have peaks and valleys. A lot of times, because of the culture that we live in, we think, well, I'm gorgeous and I'm handsome. You're not making me happy right now. I can go find the next person to make me happy. And it's like, if you live your life that way, you'll be running from relationship to relationship and you'll never have an end, because instant gratification is in. That's the trend, and I think it's honestly here to stay. But when you ground yourself in a way that you understand that relationships, they just have good times and they have bad times. If you kind of just do your best to work through the bad times, your relationship gets that much richer, that much deeper, and it means that much more to you because you actually worked hard to keep it together.
I have to say one thing about that. I think that comes with age a little bit, because in my 20s, I've definitely left a relationship in the past when I thought I'm young, I still need to live life. And now that I look back, if I had to do it over again, I would have definitely done things a lot differently. So that does come with age, but it's very, very correct.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the man that encompasses this whole list.
I have to give a little shout out to my boyfriend because he encompasses most, but you know, always improvement. Not trying to change you, but improvement.
That's the disclaimer at the end. She's not trying to change you, but you know, wink wink. Look at my phone when I'm not looking, you know.
At my list.
At my list. So I think it'd be interesting if we actually went around and asked a few people that look, I mean, we're in New York City, so we'll just look for the nicest girls or even men. We can even talk to some men because we don't want this to be one-sided. We want everybody to feel like they have a voice.
And what would we ask them exactly?
Just to name a few qualities that they expect in a partner, that they're looking for in a partner, just off the top of the head.
It'll be interesting to see the difference between men and women.
It'll be interesting. And I feel like the first things that they say are the things that they really mean. Yeah. Because the first things that fly out of your mouth, it tends to be reality for you. Yeah. So.
We're in Union Square in New York City, and we're ready to walk around and talk to some people about relationships and men and women and the whole shebang.
So we're here with L, and he's 25. We just met him randomly here. I just wanted to ask you, do you have any particular qualities that you look for in a woman? Like right off the top of your head, just give me 5 qualities that she absolutely must have in order for her to be a potential spouse.
All right, well, I guess the first quality obviously is a physical attraction because you don't know anything about the person. I guess some type of like curiosity or interest or spark, like if they look like an interesting person. I kind of like variety, so that's like a spice of life. So there isn't like a specific type of one look that, as long as like the masterpiece looks good, like it doesn't matter what the combination is, as long as it comes out looking like it attracts me, then I would definitely check it out. But I mean, as far as actually like a relationship, I would actually have to like have a conversation with her and like see how, you know, stuff like that. Like, but yeah, physically, I mean, there are like there's priorities, like the face is more important to me than, let's say, I don't know, the tits, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, yeah, I can't. If a girl has like a not good-looking face, I just can't. It's like that's like something that's. I mean, the ass is very important too, like that ass over tits for sure. Seriously, like I can deal with a flat chest. Like it's harder to deal with like a straight line, but yeah, definitely face is the most important.
I will say though, I'll give you credit for saying face. That actually speaks very highly of you as a man. I found these lovely young ladies, and it's Karina and Bella. And where are you from? Paraguay. And you're from?
Brazil.
Brazil. So those are 2 very hot countries. So let's talk to them and find out, what are the qualities that you girls look for in a man when it comes to your lifelong partner?
Well, I look for someone that's funny, honest, and blonde.
Oh, okay, and a blonde. That's interesting. And I kind of get that because when I first came here from Brazil, it's different, and we're attracted to it. Your turn?
I like tall, athletic, and
I don't like blondes. I like the brown hair, brown eyes, like me, like Brazilians.
So would you say physical attraction is very important to you?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Okay. And is there anything else that you guys think about dating in New York City? You guys live here now, and
I think you will find crazy people out here. Crazy.
New York will definitely change your perspective as far as dating. There's way too many options. Way too many options.
you see, guys, that's what we're talking about.
We got it. We got it. I'm with Bethany and Faith. They wanted to do a little dance before we started their interview. And I was just wondering what you guys look for in a man or your potential spouse or partner. Qualities, like just off the top of your head, give me some qualities that you guys are looking for.
First and foremost, loves Jesus and just wants to serve God.
Girl!
All his life. I mean, then after that, if he has that quality, takes care of his body, so athletic and healthy, and just joyful, just a joyful human being that wants to encourage other people.
Well, I really like that.
I'm on the same page with her. Loves Jesus. Got to.
You get one too.
Okay. And second would be funny. I gotta laugh. And third would be a go-getter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, don't walk through that.
I tell you, oh, he want to pop off. He trying to pop.
He was on a mission.
It's New York City. Like, that's just all it is.
And we're back, and we're with Shane.
Hey there.
I scouted Shane because I thought he looked a little bit like Leonardo DiCaprio, and so I peeped him from about a mile away.
That's a compliment.
That is a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate
Is
that.
that the first time you got that?
Actually, no, I've heard that a few times this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, you
In fact,
did.
thank you.
You're welcome.
If you had to pick 3 qualities to having a girlfriend, what would those qualities be? It doesn't have to be just physical. It could be traits that things that attract you about a girl that would make you more interested in getting to know her.
I would say personality, like a sense of humor, is definitely a big one. I'm gonna stick with her sense of humor. A girl who can like hold her own is very presentational, I guess you could say. You know, that walk in like the room is like, all right, like we're gonna pay attention to her, like we know her, and I guess the ability to just be like to make friends really easily. You know, just be very open, like lighthearted, bubbly.
I like those. And you know what?
I heard the make friends easily. That's interesting that you think about that.
And I have to say that speaking with older men and an 18-year-old, the 18-year-old has a lot more maturity than every other guy.
That's my Leonardo DiCaprio side coming out. No big deal.
I had the pleasure of running into Vitaly and Tatiana, who are from the Ukraine, and they've been married for 10 years, which is a beautiful thing. And I just want to ask you, so what do you think is the secret to having been together for 10 years? What do you think makes a marriage last?
Well, it's love. It's a secret. So you don't have to make any efforts to be with a person. It's just yeah. It's a big pleasure to be with this person.
That's
Here.
beautiful.
Well, sometimes, of course, there can be struggles and yeah, discussions, but it's always easy.
That's so beautiful. And actually, my mom tells me that all the time. She always says, if you have to work at a relationship, then it's not the relationship for you. You have to work a little bit when problems come, but if it's a struggle every day, it should be easy, like you say. And that's beautiful. You guys are beautiful together.
Okay, how old is your mom?
56.
Okay, my mom is 76 years old. She's married 15 years old.
Wow. You guys give us hope, because New York City and dating is a tough world out there.
So we're actually here with our videographer who we love, Mike, and we're gonna ask Mike the same questions that we've been asking everybody tonight. So Mike, you've heard us talk about all the qualities that we want from a man. Enlighten us about what you're looking for in that special lady.
Okay, well, definitely I gotta say, first off, gotta have a beautiful face. That's just you know, everything else is like secondary as far as like physicalities go. Personality, I mean, if I'm looking at you and like I get depressed looking at your face, it's not gonna work out. I mean, it's just.
I cannot believe that Mike would say this because he's so sweet when we talk to him.
But see, I'm a very picky person. That's why I'm not like out there all the time just for the sake of being out there.
Right.
Personality-wise, gotta have a sense of humor. You know, JoJo, sorry. She mentioned that family is important. You gotta be able to appreciate family. As an Italian, it's one of the most important things in my life. I would be homeless and in the gutter if it wasn't for my family and all the support they've given me. And I give all my love back to them. And if they can't appreciate that or understand that, they're not the one for me. Also, I'm vegetarian. If they were vegetarian, that would be ideal. It just makes things a lot easier.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because she'd be able to cook vegetarian
meals. If the goal is like long-term partnership, when there's values that clash or they're not on the same page about certain things, I'm not judging any meat eaters. I hate animals. I don't care if you kill them and eat them, just don't put them in my body. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I don't hate animals. I love animals.
PETA, please do not contact us. We're gonna have PETA.
Leather shoes.
We're gonna have PETA blowing up our box like, oh, we heard that,
Make sure I get some falafel in my PETA, all right?
No, PETA like the.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I think the next time that I meet him, I'm gonna come with a big steak and eat it in front of him. Because I am not so pleased with that first comment that he made. But you know what? I can't judge him because looks are important. So I can't sit up here in front. So you're right.
And one day I want to have some beautiful babies. I don't want to have a bunch of like rich troll babies.
But we discussed how two beautiful people, sometimes the kids come out looking a little,
It's true. There's too much sexy and it kind of like, it like multiplies it too much and it kind of like...
It goes berserk.
Yeah, it goes crazy.
It's DNA overload, So, okay. Yeah. I mean, but thank you for your input. Ladies, Mike's here. Hit our inbox. Hi, I'm here with Zoe, who has actually been doing her own business here in Union Square, so we're just collaborating here a little bit. I told her that my sister's name is Zoe, so it's a big shout out to my lovable.
A lot of them. It's really just disconcerting, to be honest, but that's fine.
Yeah, what are you looking for, and what does that person have to have? Like, absolutely have to have, characteristically or physically?
So, physically, they have to be tall. They have to be smart. They have to be funny. They have to be educated. They have to be good at charades. They have to be incredible. Like, I need a cross of, like, Woody Allen, Larry David, and, like, Lady Bunny, who is a very famous transsexual drag queen. So I look for someone who is so baller that he makes me be better. I look for someone who is better, smarter, faster, cooler. That the combination of us makes us an incredible, like, just this amazing
force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you.
It keeps me on my toes. Someone who's incredibly charismatic, who can walk into a room and no one even sees me because they're just a lightning ball of just energy and just like charisma. I look for charisma more than anything else.
I'm here with Chaz from Vancouver, who now lives in New York, is a musician, travels around. I mean, ladies, this is the catch right here. He does have a girlfriend, but let's find out a little bit more. If you had to tell me the top qualities that you look for in a woman to make a relationship last, to keep it exciting, but yet, have a good relationship, what would you say they are?
Definitely someone who likes to chill and cuddle and watch movies on a Sunday. Who's like, not the kind of like, let's go out to the park or do something, just stay at home, relax. The alone time, that precious alone time where it's just like, you can just be together and not have to do activities all the time. You know what I mean? Like, pint of ice cream, good movie. I don't care what it is. I'm down for chick flicks. I don't care.
What kind of ice cream?
What kind of ice cream? Oh, I'm a chocolate chip cookie dough kind of guy.
What? Ben & Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs?
Yeah, Ben & Jerry's.
Yes!
Share our own flavors, that's fine.
That's fine. And you don't want to share anyway. 1 pint each is perfect for
fine, to myself. That's one request, please.
What else?
What else? Let's see. Good taste in music, that's really important.
Your music?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would just say, like, just passionate about what they like. and like really, like even if I go, I hate that, then they go like, you know what, fuck you. This is my music. I love my music. I respect that completely.
I like that. A man who likes a woman who has her own mentality.
You know, if you like Britney Spears completely, I mean, I just, don't get me wrong, I love Britney. I'm just picking the first thing that comes to my mind.
She's one of my best friends.
Yeah,
just kidding.
But if you love Britney Spears and I'm giving you a hard time, you know what? And if you give me a hard time back about it because that's what you love, I'll let it go.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what would you say is one final one?
A really nice, like nice eyes, like a good smile with nice twinkly eyes. That'll, on the first meet, that'll do me in pretty quick. That'll be like,
I agree.
Let's maybe do coffee, you know? That'll get it there. And then maybe the pints of ice cream and movies and music and all that. But first, a good smile, I think.
That's so cute. You see, ladies, there are good men out there, and they are in New York, so we just have to keep looking. I mean, I have a really good guy. Sorry, honey, but you know what I'm saying. We just have to all keep looking.
We finished our first episode.
Thank you for watching Eve's Big Apple with Myongii and JoJo.
We're gonna go dance now.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, do you know how to do this?
Let me see. Hold on. You can't do that, you guys. You can't laugh at this.